As the sun rises on a new day, I want to invite you to join our classroom. My name is Angela Fleming. I am a middle school teacher at North Rowan Middle School for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. I teach language arts, and I fully believe in the power of bringing the outside world into my classroom and encouraging and inspiring my students to step outside and make a difference. Our journey began by my students forming teams and researching the effects of plastic on our environment. They created interactive maps to help them understand and learn about how trash spreads from our local area all the way to our ocean. My students then worked together to formulate ideas for how they could be positive change makers for our environment. We headed outside of our classroom walls and began by picking up trash on our school grounds. Students ventured from the front of the school to the back of the school, all along the fence line, and gathered up 2 bags of trash together in one class period. And they wanted to do more. We next headed out to our neighboring elementary school. Students excitedly ran down the path through the woods, ready to pick up as much litter as they could find. I loved their enthusiasm as they ventured through the woods, donned gloves, and got ready to pick up as much litter as they could find. They slid down steep hills and just enjoyed being outside along with doing a service project, which really emphasized to me how much our students crave being outdoors. They're willing to the challenges of crossing creeks, going down hills, discovering new information, and then making a difference. My students then created presentations to share with elementary school students at our neighboring school. We traveled together to Eagle Point Nature Preserve, where my students shared what they had learned and what we could do to help. They then excitedly worked together in the freezing cold, as you will see from their reflections, to pick up trash. They were amazed at the amount of pollution at this waterway, this Eagle Point. My students were amazed at the amount of trash they saw. They compared it to what they saw in Google and the news clips we had found. They then shared their reflections of our experience.
Plastic pollution affected me by making me realize how much plastic there is in the world and how things I didn't think were harmful actually are.
Our challenge has impacted me because it has shown me so many ways that plastic pollution can affect our waterways, animals, and natural environment. I now know that to pick up as much trash as I can to have a positive impact on our earth.
I feel like I'm more aware of the problem and how big it is, and now that I'm aware of it, I want to help find a solution.
What stood out to me whenever we went to Hanging Rock is the service project and how we all helped out and how we did a lot of work together, and it actually ended up really good.
Through our project, my students learned about how long plastic has been around and the damage that it has caused to our earth throughout the years. Solutions that my students created in their teams, we've got to make a change because otherwise the garbage and the plastic is going to just keep growing and growing. So what could they do? They made their own personal commitments to throw away more trash and to recycle and to use less plastic. And then they wanted to teach others. They created presentations for elementary school students, which they continue to share. They also have gotten outside in our environment and worked so hard on cleaning up our area. Added benefits were that my students loved being outside. Even the ones who were a little bit not so sure at first, this was some of their favorite field trips, they said. This mattered to them, and they want to make a difference. I love that for many of my students, our service projects were their favorite part of this activity. They loved teaching the elementary school students and then getting outside and making a difference. And they want to do more. They keep coming back to class with more and more ideas of what we can do the rest of this school year and next year and how we can grow this program. That's what we want. We want to create future leaders for our world who are determined to make a positive difference.